to change their life, or what I like to say is to reboot their life. So when I give these talks, I know there are a lot of questions that are already going to come because I've done these talks a lot. So what I thought I would do is to share some information with you about some of the things from the movie and about the characters and where people are now and so on. So Phil, and some of you may have already connected with him on Facebook, but we can probably start actually. Show of hands for the first time that have seen the movie for the first time tonight. Okay, so most of you, okay. So Phil, as you can imagine, when you make a documentary film, you don't go out like a normal film and have a script. You actually just go out and you start shooting. And I had no idea what I was doing. Completely no idea. I'd never been in front of a camera before. I'd never made even a short movie. I did nothing about it. But I did know when Professor Ron Penny, who was that doctor at the end, when he told me, when he said, Joe, 70% of all disease is caused by lifestyle choices. What we eat, what we eat, what we drink, what exercise we do or don't do, how much sleep we get. I was like so excited to hear that news because I really wanted to make sure that my disease was in that 70% category. Okay? This disease that I had, for anyone who's ever had an illness that's debilitating, and you can't get out of bed in the morning unless you take pills and inhibits your life. And my disease was the disease of touch. Effectively, anything that would touch me, I would get a blemish. I would like be scarred. Someone shook my hand too tight, as you saw in the animation. My hand would literally swell up as though it had been slammed in a car door and throb. So it was I would walk down the streets and I would look at people and go, how come me? Why me? I mean, why do I get stuck with this affliction? At the age of 32, when I'd never been sick before in my life, and all of a sudden, 32, I'm on pills night and day. And when I first got sick, I kind of said, isn't it cool to be living in a modern world? You go to the doctor, they give you pills and it goes away. But after like 3 weeks, when I finished that first bottle, and I went to the doctor and said, am I done now? And he said, well, let's see. And I didn't take any pills for 12 hours. And boom, up it came again. And I was like, this isn't good. This doesn't sound good. And of course, 6 months goes by and I'm not able to get the pills, 9 months, 12 months. And all of a sudden, I'm faced with this view of, okay, someone needs to fix me. So who's going to fix me? So I started looking at all the best hospitals, all the best doctors. I spent thousands of dollars traveling the world because I had the resources to do it, looking for doctors to say 6 months. At no time in my mind at 32, 33, 34, 35 did I think that I was the problem. It was like someone else's problem to fix. I outsourced my help to somebody else. So I think people can resonate and understand that that's what a lot of us do. We give over our help to somebody else. So when it became apparent that this modern way of healing, or what I was looking for, healing, for me, I decided to look at the alternate path, and I went down all of the paths. And it wasn't until like I was around 38, 39 that I kind of started to what I call get into the house of mirrors, where I started having a real good hard look at myself. And I realised that maybe I was to blame here. And so when I started looking for some of those answers, and Ron Penny told me that, because I wanted, after 7 years, 8 years of this disease, I thought, wow, what if I could be cured? What if I could get off these pills? And so at that moment, that was like my aha moment at the age of 40, that I had been focusing on my wealth, not my health. And I thought I was a smart guy, but I was actually really done right. So what I decided to do was to take all the energy and all the focus I put into business and put it into my health, and elevate my health, which was down there low. I have a sort of a saying, when you read my book, you'll see there's 5 things that we can put our life into. We can put it into our careers, our family and friends, love, ourself, and health. And that's really what it comes down to, all your life. Everything you do can be put in one of those buckets. And we're all jugglers. We all juggle those things night and day. We juggle our careers, we juggle our family and friends, love, health, and ourselves. And what I had done is I dropped the health ball, and I was just juggling the other ball. And the longer you leave that one down there on its own, it brings everything else down. Okay, make sense? If you just ignore it like I had, just put it out there and say, oh, I'll worry about that. That's someone else's problem. you're going to end up where I was, which was 310 pounds, pills night and day, and when I hit 40, it was like, okay, I remember being at school and my friends' dads having heart attacks in their 40s and dying. And all of a sudden, like that, I'm here I am, I'm 40, my God, how did I get here so quickly? And so that was like the nearly dead part, as I was walking time bomb, waiting for the death, so to speak. And, you know, I then started to research it. It's not something I like to talk about. I mean, dying is not something you want to talk about, is it? Like, you don't like to talk about it. Well, I do. I like talking about it because I think it can motivate us to be healthier. And if we look at this room right now, and if we just carve out down the line here, so take a line here over there, that's all heart disease, death. From here to here is all cancer. We'll take 2 rows here is stroke. We've got Alzheimer's, we've got diabetes, we've got accidents, we've got renal failure. And then right over in the corner, we've got 2 people that'll die of old age. The way they just live that long, happy life and go to sleep and die. So there's your choice. Do you want to spend 50% of what you'll spend in healthcare in your whole life, in the last 6 months of your life? You want to have tubes, you want to have people prodding, you want to be in and out of doctor's surgeries, in and out of machines, you want to have people cleaning up your mess, you want to have people bathing you, you want to have family and friends coming in and feeling sorry for you. Who wants that? No one. But that's what's in the brochure. If you're an American eating a high processed diet, not exercising, smoking, drinking, and not getting enough sleep, and being angry. That's what you have in store. And you cannot escape the laws of nature. You can't escape them. You are nothing but 2 trillion cells combined together that need energy to survive. There are 3 things you need as a human being, apart from middle, love and shelter. You need air, you need water, and you need food. Okay? Make sense? So, on the human body, if you look at my body and even look at your own, because we're all the same, is that we are made up of 5 things basically: a skeleton, organs, some fluid, and muscle and fat. And those last 2 things, the muscle and fat, is the storage system for food, right? We'll get that. It's where we store the energy. So we don't have huge, big, balloons following us around storing air, do we? Why not? Why don't we store air? Pardon? There's plenty of it. We don't need to store air. There's plenty. Water. We can go without water for 4 or 5 days, 6 days, and still live. And in evolution of humans, there was always plenty of water. Maybe not so much now, plenty of water, but there was always plenty of water. But food, there wasn't always plenty of food. Food was something the earth would give. Sometimes it wouldn't give. So we developed this ability to store up food, store up energy. And so I don't see fat people in America now. I haven't seen a fat person in 4 years. When I made the movie, I made that movie in 2007. I see lots of people walking around with lots of energy, and I'm wondering when you're going to use it up. Because that's what they're doing. It's just stored energy.